Hey, 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 everyone. It's Isaiah. Hello, hello. Coming live to you on a Sunday. Very out of character for me. I did say I was never going to work on Sunday, and here I am. Anyway, welcome, welcome. So, this is me coming to talk about the Women Lighting the Way Summit. It's next week, so we're getting there. We're ramping up to the big event, and we're all very, very excited. Me, Chris, my bestie and co-founder of the summit, and of course, all our speakers. And every day I'm speaking with some of the speakers to get to know them better in a kind of informal way. If you want to hear their stories, which I highly recommend, please get yourself a ticket, a free ticket to the summit. And you will find the link above, below, in the comments, wherever, all over. And if by any chance you would not find it, please just reach out to me and I will give it to you. And yeah, get yourself a free ticket to listen to the 14 amazing stories that our speakers share with us, and to get yourself into giveaways, freebies, and amazing offers as well. Today we meet with Lisa Hara. Hello, Lisa. I'm really excited. Lisa is one of our alumna. So she is year 2 for her. And yeah, I think it's really cool. Oh, here comes Chris. I didn't know she was coming. There she is. Hey, Chris. So we're going to have
Sorry,
a thing.
I
That's
wasn't
all
paying
right.
attention to the time.
That's all right. I'm going to try and have, sorry, just give me a minute. Yeah, I'm going to, voila. We have Lisa as a
Hi, Lisa.
major. And so, hi, Chris. So yeah, yeah, absolutely. Hi, Lisa again. Welcome, welcome. And so the idea is we ask questions and we go for 15 minutes or so, and we'll see where the conversation leads. The first question that I ask every one of our speakers is an important one for me, because this summit has now a global aspect to it. This is year 3 of the summit, and we've had speakers from every continent almost. And I'm really excited that every year we get to reach new countries and new parts of the world. And so my first question is, where are you from, Lisa?
I am from Germany, but I consider myself, like I've written that somewhere, a child of the world almost, because since I was little, we've always been traveling places, and I myself really love Southeast Asia. I've been to Cambodia and I've studied Chinese, so I've been to China, but I've also been in Thailand, Bali, Vietnam.
Wow.
In Canada and different parts in Europe. So, like, I
Oh,
love
I didn't know that
learning
about
about
you. I didn't know
different
you
cultures.
studied Chinese.
Me
Oh,
neither.
that's fascinating. That's fascinating. I'm really impressed. It's supposed to be really difficult. The language, I mean.
It's very different. It's
Mm.
very different, and you need to understand the culture really, really well. And then it's quite easy because there's basically no real grammar. It's
Oh,
just more about learning by heart the characters and the pronunciation and all of that. So it has its own difficulties,
yeah.
but
Oh, that's
every
interesting.
language can be difficult to learn.
Yeah, no, and I think that what you're pointing out for Chinese, that the culture has to come before, almost. I have
Yeah.
you get to understand that. I believe, being a linguist myself and speaking 5 languages, that for many languages, in fact, if you know the culture, it's going to be way easier to get into the language. But for the Chinese, I'm supposing, since the system of the language is so different, it's even more so. Oh, okay. So you're from Germany. Which part of Germany are you? Are you in Germany, or are you not? Have you been?
I am in
Oh,
Germany.
you are. I don't know.
And yeah, true. We've recently moved houses, and now I'm living almost in Cologne, which is in the
Oh,
west of Germany,
yeah. My
which
mom
is
used to live.
my favorite city, I
Oh,
think,
cool.
Oh,
in the
Isn't
world.
that?
And I've been to many places.
Oh, I've never been to Cologne. My mother
wow, that's
actually lived
nice.
there for a year or so, and I always intended to go, but then she moved too fast. I will have to come and visit. Every speaker I speak to, I invite myself to their place. I think I'm going to have to pay for a lot of airplane tickets in the next year or so. So, Chris, do you have any weird questions like you do, or shall I go?
I have a little list, but something makes me want to ask Lisa the same question that I asked Cindy yesterday. So Lisa, what's your sign? What's your astrological sun sign?
Sun sign, Scorpio.
Have you ever wanted to be a different sign? Do you have sign envy?
Sign envy.
Since
I love
I
that.
like, it's a great term, yeah. Since I've learned about the signs and what they stand for, no. I would always
okay.
choose Scorpio again and again. It's all about depth. It's all about like truth. It's all about intensity, which can be annoying at times, but I also love it. It makes me feel alive.
Okay.
I'm really happy that you asked this question, actually, Chris, because I now understand way more. I have my ascending is in Scorpio, and my sun is a Scorpio. So part of the reasons why we connect, I think, Lisa, is that. Except for, of course, we have a similar path along the divine feminine and the menstrual cycle thing, which, guys, if you want to know everything about, the best way is to come and listen to her talk. She will tell you all about it.
Oh, okay.
Like Scorpio is a lot about death and rebirth and blood and sexuality, all these taboo topics. And we've been together on various podcasts talking about taboos.
Indeed. I'm really fascinated by the subjects that we're not supposed to talk about. And I think that, I like putting my two big feet in the thing and just, hey, let's talk about blood. Let's talk about these things because they are part of life, basically. I'm not going to go.
I need to catch up on those talks that you've done.
Absolutely. Now that my next question would be something along the way of, you've been in the summit twice now. How has it felt different this year? Has it felt more easier, or, because what we're asking, and let me just give some context to the listeners here. What we're asking our speakers is not an easy task. We are not asking for a promotional talk. We're not asking for this is what I do, come and buy my whatever. We're asking our speakers to get naked and talk about their own lives. And talk about their stories and tell the story, or a bit of the story, whether it is 5 minutes, 5 hours, 5 years, or 50 years of their stories that has led them to be and do what they are and what they do. So it's no joke, right? And for most of the speakers, me included, we did that with Chris, and we did that twice. So there is a confrontational aspect to it. What am I going to talk about? How deep? How honest? So doing it twice is a second courageous act. So yeah, that's why I'm asking. How is it for you?
And I just want to point out, the other thing you're not asking is for us to teach.
Exactly.
You're really asking us to stay with ourselves, with our truth. And to me, that's a real Scorpio thing to do. So I really enjoyed being in that process. And like the second time around, I think I've been on a whole journey this last year. And so there is more of a refinement, and I mean, even clearer on what makes me me and the stories that shaped me. So it was a real help to understand that everything is a process, everything is a journey, and this is part of my journey.
Yeah, that's really
and the story I talk about has been part of my journey as well.
That's really cool. And indeed, yeah, thanks for pointing out the thing about the not teaching, because it's so easy for us, all of us, we are spiritual entrepreneurs. We do this thing that we have courses, we have clients in coaching, and so the teaching is kind of what we do, right? And we are very adamant with Chris asking our speakers not to go there.
And I just want to, it came to me, it is teaching in a way. It's a
Of course it
different
is.
kind of teaching. It's the way how humans have learned forever, which is
Yeah.
by telling stories.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That is why I believe that the power of stories is so important. It's because,
Yeah.
but it involves sharing a part of me, and this part of me is not the first persona that I present on the internet, basically. So when I'm asked to talk about myself, of course I'm teaching, but I'm not teaching in a teacher way. I'm teaching by example, by telling the story. And I was thinking, yeah, little kids, they learn to walk by watching other people walk, right? And they learn to go on adventures by listening to other people's adventure stories, but not by someone explaining them how to walk or how to go on adventures. And so getting away from the explanation is what you have been asked, you all the speakers, but you in particular, because it's your second time around, have been asked to do, and you've been doing it amazingly. I'm saying that for every talk, but I have been humbled this year, particularly. You know, it's year 3, and I think every year we go deeper. And the energy of the project itself is now calling for more and more powerful, profound stories. And I'm really, really both proud, excited, and humbled by the stories that we get to listen to. Being the first one to listen to all of them,
Yes.
I'm like, the
So Lisa, what is your giveaway this year?
My giveaway is a sacred cycle deep dive, as I coined it, which is basically, imagine it to be a heart-to-heart conversation with you and your cycle, with you and your body, and that is either the menstrual cycle if you are menstruating, or it's the moon cycle if you're, for example, pregnant or post-menopause, and we will communicate with each phase of your cycle so that you can understand how both of you can become the allies that you're meant to be. Because in this world and in the society we've lived in or grown up in, it's really hard to develop the sense of reverence for our body because we're told to be everywhere but our bodies, in our bodies. And so for me, this is a step for people to
I remember my father
get back in
literally
touch.
telling me when I was
Cool.
13 or 14, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you have a walking brain. So I was a walking brain for my childhood, teenage years. Okay, I have a weird question, crazy question. What is your favorite smell?
Oh,
Ooh, coffee.
I was thinking the same thing.
Smell and taste, though. Like it has always, always, always felt home to me. Like when I want to feel good, I need to smell coffee. Like the ground, freshly ground coffee, for example.
That's right. You're a
or
coffee
freshly
person.
brewed.
Yeah.
I'm the coffee person.
Okay.
So are you drinking straight black coffee? Or are you doing something? Do you make something different?
A strong coffee for sure. But yeah,
no funny
coffee
stuff.
with milk. Like I love flat white, so like lots of coffee and a bit of milk and milk foam.
Yummy. Okay.
Scorpio, give me the strong stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Scorpio stuff, right? Deep. Okay. So, I was not going for anything foodie. For some reason, I was into the flower realm. But in my head, you know. But coffee's good. Coffee's good. And I can relate, although it's not my favorite one.
You posted a really good coffee picture, Isaiah. What was that?
Well, in Greece,
were you in Greece?
We are very coffee lovers, and mostly summer coffee, which is frozen. So it's something, we have Freddo espresso, but we have what we call a frappé, which does not exist in any other. It's a French word translated into fake Greek, and basically it's Nescoffee, but with foam. So you kind of whisk it into foam with or without.
It's delicious. I've been on Crete and I tasted it, and it's delicious.
I actually have a little whisker, an electric one that you can use at home. That goes, and
Oh yeah.
So, and a lot of ice cubes, and
You'd probably be horrified. You'd probably be horrified to come here and try what they call a frap at McDonald's.
I can hear it from now. I can hear it painful from now, from here. You don't need much though to make a proper frappe. When I come to visit either of you, I will bring the little whisker with
So
me.
that's how I pronounce it.
If you're
Okay.
into coffee.
We have one. We
Okay.
have one of those little guys.
So we've way past 15 minutes.
They're fun.
Is there anything you want to add, Lisa, today, or just that feels? Besides, come and listen.
To say that I am so grateful for you for putting this together. You too, for allowing us to share our stories, and especially women's stories, her stories, as compared to his stories, because there have been so many voices unheard over the millennia, and now it's time to reclaim these voices.
I agree. We have there is a secret, not so secret mission under the summit, which is compiling a library of women's stories and offering it to the world. And hopefully, now that we have 3 years of stories, we will find a way to create this library. And I would love for it to be free, to be accessible. And so we get to add to it. Of course, we're not the only ones. There are other women in the world compiling stories, and I think that. But still, as you were saying, there have been so many more men's stories, and so I think we have catch up to do. And
Yes.
Thank you very,
awesome.
very much, Lisa, for this short interview. If you guys want to listen to Lisa's story, it's not complicated. Get in there. You've got the link above or below the video somewhere. Get yourself a free ticket into the Women Lighting the Way Summit 2023 edition. And I guarantee you, whether you listen to one talk or to all of the talks, you are going to be floored by these women. These women are out of this world and at the same time absolutely in this world, and they are a magic resource for this world, each and every one of them. I'm so proud to call them my friends and my speakers for this year. Thank you very, very much, Lisa. Thanks, Chris. I will see you around. I think today we only have you because of some schedule craziness, but tomorrow we have 3 speakers to present to you, so stay tuned. We'll come to you with another bunch of our speakers. Lots of love to everyone, and I'll see you soon.